In the summer of 1975, the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act, also known as RESPA, became effective. It's regulated or it's enforced by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, also referred to as the CFPB. Now, the act requires lenders, mortgage brokers, and servicers to make certain disclosures to borrowers. It also prohibits certain activities like kickbacks and referral fees. Now, there are some exemptions to the regulation. According to Chapter 12 of the Code of Federal Regulations, Section 1024.5, Section B, loans primarily for business, agricultural, or commercial purposes are exempt. So that would be like your DSCR loans or your rental property financing. So if you are providing all exempt style financing, then you can offer some sort of kickback, referral, or mortgage revenue sharing kind of program. If you do a combination of non-exempt and exempt transactions, you can't do it because it could become convoluted. And if you're obviously only doing non-exempt mortgage transactions, you can't do it at all because you're not exempt. So we, G1, we only offer exempt mortgage financing options. So we don't operate in any other category, exclusively in this exempted category, because we're rental property specialists. We're not looking to do any other types of financing, exclusively rental property financing. That's our specialty. So, and we'll compensate the real estate professional on purchase, refinance, and repeat business. And there's a lot of power there. And you may ask, well, why are these other private lenders not doing it? Well, the simple reason is they don't need to, right? They're making a ton of money. And why would they say, you know what, let me take a portion of my profit and give it to the real estate profession? They're not going to do it. And what's going to happen in the next 18, 24 months with interest rates? Now, we know interest rates are higher than they've been in 20 some odd years, right, to correct this atrocious inflation that we've experienced. And so you don't need to be a PhD economist to know that rates are coming back down. They are coming down again. And when they come down, what's going to happen? Well, everyone's going to refinance like they did in 2020 when the rates dropped excessively, right? And the investors are going to be some of the first people to refi because their cash flow is directly tied to whatever the interest rate is. They want to increase their cash flow. Well, what happens with the real estate professionals during this refi boom? They sit on the sidelines and twiddle their thumbs. They don't make any money because the client is not calling their real estate agent when they need a refi. There's no contract. They're not trying to find a house. So if there's no contract, they're not trying to find a house. They're looking to refinance the house that they already have. They're not contacting their real estate agent. They're going right to the lender. And so the lender is going to have an inordinate amount of refinance transactions while the real estate professional sits on the side and gets none of that money, unless they're a part of our mortgage revenue sharing network, because we're going to compensate you on refis and repeat business. So the repeat business is if you come and let's say you do a transaction with a client that becomes your client in our system. We have our technology that links you to that client in perpetuity. But let's say that client comes back and their aunt is now a real estate professional, so they want to do another deal with us, but they cut you out because they're going with their family. Doesn't matter. We're still going to pay you that initial revenue partner on that transaction because you brought them to us. This is a game-changing system, and we know it. We stand behind it, and those who adopt it early will experience the benefits of this the most. So we hope this provided some insight on how mortgage revenue sharing can be illegal, but it's also legal if it's done properly.